Welcome to Mr. International. In today's video, we will be counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated countries in the world. If you enjoy learning about other countries, their cultures, and societies, then you might want to subscribe to our channel, and make sure to turn the notifications on so you won't miss on any of our videos. Without further ado, let's head on to our video. 10. Panama. Central America's hub is also the most ironically disregarded when it comes to holiday places. Panama is a wonderful tropical land, the crossroads of two oceans and two continents, and boasts spectacular mountain cliffs. It also contains wonderful beaches and a rich culture. It is enough to make you forget this renowned canal. Panama is often likened to its northern neighbor, Costa Rica. But in several categories, Panama beats Costa Rica. In fact, the archipelago of San Blas alone has a labyrinth of approximately 400 outlying islands, most of them unnamed, uninhabited, or totally coral islands. In contrast to Costa Rica, Panama retains good internet connectivity, as the business epicenter of Central America. That's perfect for those hikers who prefer to avoid the beaten paths but yet have a chance to stay connected. 9. Taiwan. For the first-time travelers in East Asia, we frequently wonder why Taiwan is not at the top of their list. It is one of the world's finest culinary nations, with 300 night markets busy on the streets as sun goes down. The biggest is the Shilin Night Market in the capital, Taipei. Taiwan's street cuisine is evolving in the fried milk balls, pork and charcoal buns. Looking for more kitsch out of the box? The bathroom-themed, modern toilet restaurant chain serves dishes in mini toilet towels. Taiwan is, in size, a destination for Goldilocks, tiny enough to turn it easily, yet big enough to reach the nature in every corner. Thanks to its excellent high-speed rail network, you can easily zip around. Peruse the over 700,000 exhibits in the Chinese Imperial Collection at the National Palace Museum. Do not miss on the new collaboration of the London Philharmonic and the futuristic National Kaohsiung Facility for Art, the biggest performing arts center in the world. And with 9 parks, a dose of nature can never be far away. Not even the omnipresent geothermal hot springs that may boil your post-hike pain away. 8. Ecuador. Neighboring Peru and Colombia truly raced ahead in the fight for tourism during the previous 2 decades, the former with its award-winning cuisine, and the latter with its white beaches. But small Ecuador, nestled between the two and about 1/5 the size of them combined, should not be neglected. Boasting its unique kind of ceviche and swimmable shoreline, Ecuador's advantage is that it is incredibly easy to explore. Head here to be astonished by the floating forests of the Cuibeno Wildlife Reserve, the soaring peak of Cotopaxi, the expansive indigenous market of Otavalo, and the colorful architecture of Quito. Swim in the Amazon basin, see blue-footed boobies, and dine on empanadas to your heart's pleasure. Where you may soak in the grandeur of an Ecuadorian Central Plaza, explore ancient monuments from pre-colonial times, and trek the surrounding countryside. 7. Montenegro. A small-budget, Italian version with some of the most amazing beaches in Europe. Croatia's neighbor gets most of the love these days, but Montenegro is as beautiful, without the crowds. This small country on the Adriatic feels great, slightly smaller than Connecticut. You can do a lot in a short time. Some of the most beautiful and raucous beaches in Europe on the lush shoreline, with a party scenery that could skew swanky like Ibiza or sloppy like Cancun. Between old Venetian towns like Budva, Kotor and Perast, sporting fortification of the 15th century, charming red-tiled roofs, and delicious restaurants by the seaside. When you've got enough sun and sand, head into the less traveled, east interior of the country, for its sublime mountain ranges, pristine lakes, and wild forests. Whitewater rafting down the iconic canyon of the Tara River, or walking through Biogradska Gora National Park, home to the most affordable ski slopes throughout Europe in winter. And all this comes under a typical small Balkan budget. 6. Lebanon. The question is, skiing, jet skiing or just party? In Lebanon, the sheer quantity of great things you can pack on one route is as unreal as it is wildly diverse. Beirut could keep you occupied alone for weeks. First-timers shouldn't miss the National Museum of Beirut, with its collection of relics from prehistory to the Arab conquest. Or Beit Beirut, a ballot-marked memory museum recalling the civil war that had ravaged the hedonistic reputation of the Middle East Paris. The growing array of galleries in the city will also delight art lovers, such as the opulent Sursock Museum. But the rewards outside the bustle of Beirut are even greater. Time right, and you could go skiing in the mountains in the morning and jet skiing in the Mediterranean in the afternoon. Wander through sustainable wineries in the Batroun Hills, or explore the Grand Sofa Hotel, an abandoned retreat for the rich and famous, who have been restored as an art exhibit. And if you believe that nightlife is limited to the city, Frozen Cherry's Sunset to Sunrise, a club 6,000 feet in the mountains, will quickly prove you wrong. 5. Romania. To be clear, Romania has more than Dracula mythology and Transylvania. The land would make every desired archaeologist a head turn, full of historical medieval cities, World Heritage monuments and undiscovered architectural marvels. But since most of the people focus on the vampires, Romania remains out of the spotlight compared to other eastern places like Hungary. There are limitless opportunities to explore the amazingly cheap nation, such as a visit to Selina Turda, an underneath theme park in the oldest salt mines worldwide with spa facilities. Don't sleep elsewhere on attractions like Sighisoara Citadel, a well-preserved medieval UNESCO town. It is continually inhabited till now and has authentic medieval buildings, cobble roads and ancient monuments like the church on the hill, which you will feel like you have journeyed through time. 4. Georgia. In the last decade, once fraught, Georgia has redefined itself, cracking down on crime, paving roads, building new airports, and promoting itself abroad. The most deadly thing in Georgia these days. Cha-cha, the zillion-proof moonshine that locals will foist on you in the outdoor markets. You might have to squint to locate it, but don't be fooled by Georgia's small geography. Everything here is dazzlingly over the top, from the epically cheesy Hachapuri, to the whirling folk dances, to the Alps-shaming Caucasus Mountains that tower over the countryside. Come for the trekking. There's a new Transcaucasian trail that snakes through some of the highest communities in Europe. And stay for the food, an East meets West feast of slurpable soup dumplings, herb-centric salads, and walnut-thickened stews. Wherever you are in Georgia, anticipate Old World warmth at every turn. And a continual stream of wine, a beverage that Georgian Stone Age forebears arguably originated. And don't forget to pack into a 4x4 and zoom up to Gurgeti Trinity Church, a mossy candlelit chapel that was built above the cloud line in the 14th century. It sits in the shadow of Mount Kazbek, Europe's fifth highest peak and the mountain to which Prometheus is fabled to have been chained after stealing fire from the gods. 3. Uruguay. Between Brazil and Argentina, small Uruguay, a safe, stable and liberal nation, is more than capable of fighting for the hearts and minds of foodies. Within an hour or two, you will be capable of visiting the most important destinations, ranging from the dynamic, cosmopolitan city of Montevideo, to stylish beach cities, to the growing wine area of Garzon. Gaucho culture here is prominent, because there are more cattle in Uruguay than people. You may expect cows to cross the road. Meanwhile, if you are searching for a party, Punta del Este beach community is a long jet-setter playground. 2. Finland. If Iceland is a little too expensive, or you are weary of the unending Blue Lagoon Instagram parade, explore another Nordic haven. Finland. Thanks to the love of saunas in the country, the only Finnish word you use in English. You will be able to access your spa regardless of the weather. There are numerous sorts of nature fixes across the country. Fly north to celebrate the breathtaking views of Lapland, all the more enchanting with the generous help of snow in the winter, and the hours of limitless sunlight in the summer. Go to Helsinki, for a balance between the city and the country, where good urban design guarantees that you are never more than a 15-minute bike ride from nature. Expanded open space and ocean waves are available, as are the top restaurants in the countries. Take a 15-minute boat trip from Helsinki to Suomenlinna, to the ultimate urban escape, a World Heritage fortified and cultural site where you may rest on sandy beaches, look out from shaggy cliffs, investigate fortifications built in the 17th century and mix with some fantasies. The most underrated country is Wales. Wales is the fourth UK country to be a diamond in the Celtic crown of Great Britain. This country has some of the most remarkable ruins in the world, ranging from the creepy Gothic cloisters of the Tintern Abbey, to the magnificent Caerphilly Castle, built in the 13th century, overlooking the mist of the seabed around it. Wales, though, is more than a jumble of medieval rocks. Snowdonia National Park spreads widely across the beautiful mountains and glacier lakes, including Snowdon, the highest point of the country. A great old-fashioned railway goes to the summit, and if you're looking for more adventure, the park offers kilometers to explore. The capital, Cardiff, is a cosmopolitan town with a salty maritime background. It is also an excellent spot to distribute two of Wales' most important traditions, opera and rugby. Almost everyone speaks English, but in some remote places in the northwest, they may be unwilling, yet the Welsh language alone is outstanding. Which country you think is the most underrated? It could be one unlisted here. If you enjoyed watching our video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.